Hello, Pisces. Welcome to my channel. This is Dawn from Dawn Williams Tarot. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my community. I hope you find the messages here helpful for you. If you're returning, thank you so much for supporting me. Please like and subscribe, as it doesn't cost anything for you to subscribe, and it just really helps me grow. So I appreciate you giving back. Today I have pulled some cards prior to your reading. I did do some sage here, so I've got some sage that's going on to clear the space. I typically do this prior to my readings anyway, but for some reason I felt as though we needed a little extra. So if you see smoke, that's what it is. Then the second thing I did today, a little different, is I did a pre-shuffle prior to me laying out everything, getting ready for your reading. And two of the cards that we got were the Chariot, which the Chariot is a major arcana. It feels as though things are moving very fast for you this month, Pisces. That also represents, so the Chariot represents advancement and progress, right? But it also represents travel. It also represents things coming in very quickly. And then you also got the Nine of Wands. Now, to me, the Nine of Wands is a heavy card. It kind of means as though it kind of references that you've been carrying a heavy load, and that, you may be feeling that pressure, that stress, as though there's a lot of things on your plate. So I just wanted to throw that out there initially, just to let you know that those are some of the energies that I see. So it'll be interesting to see what comes up in your actual reading, okay? So what I plan to do today is I'm going to do a Celtic cross. And then at the end, I plan to pull 4 main themes from the Archangel Power Deck. And basically what those 4 cards do is either give us additional information about your reading, give you extra information that Spirit really wants you to know. And sometimes it just ties up the reading. So I hope you'll stay to the very end. So for right now, I'm going to take myself off screen so we can focus on the cards. And as I had mentioned, I am using a new deck for every reading this round. Not sure why, because it just seems like a lot of work, but that's what the guidance was. So I am pulling cards for you from this is my favorite deck. It's called the Good Tarot Deck. So let's get started. So in the very center, you have the 4 of Fire. Oh, and the Magician card. These are your thoughts, which is the Tower. This is your foundation, which is the Queen of Earth. Your past, 6 of Earth. Your near future, 10 of Air. And then we have Page of Water, 3 of Water, Call, and the 8 of Water. So there's lots of water here for you, which is good, because since you're a water sign. Let's see what represents. So do we have the Moon card? We do not. But we have the 8, 9, 10 of Cups. We have the 8, 9, 10 of Cups? Nope. Queen of Wands? Nope. But Queen of Earth. Okay, well, I'm just going to go ahead and get started with this reading. Oh, I just realized that you can't actually see all the cards. Let me move these over a little bit so we can get all the cards in for you to see. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now you can see them all. Okay, so in the very center of your reading, this is what represents you, is the 4 of Fire. Now, the 4 of Fire would represent like the 4 of Wands. And the 4 of Wands is a card that is a card of celebrations. It's a card that we look at when that reminds us of potential weddings or celebrations on that level. So somebody may be getting married, or it could be that you are renewing your vows, or it could be celebrations of any other kind. Maybe you know people that are getting married, you're attending, or perhaps it's a thing where you are graduating from some program and you are going through graduation process. Anything that actually represents coming together, celebrating with the people that you love, that type of an energy. So this is a really nice energy to be in the very center of your reading. And then so we only have two major arcanas, and this first major arcana is the Magician. Now, I love the Magician energy because the Magician is about mastery, expertise, and training. And this card represents you owning your mastery, you stepping into your divinity, you stepping into your sovereignty, really, and utilizing all the tools that you've learned through all of your lifetimes in this now moment. Now, the Magician represents mastery, expertise, and training. It does also represent self-study or kind of professional advice that could be coming in, or it could be that you're deciding to do a deeper dive in your own spirituality and will be taking some type of classes or diving deep into different ways to activate and accentuate your internal beautiful gifts. So what your thoughts, I misspoke, because we do have this this third major arcana, which is this Tower card. Now, in this position, these are your thoughts. So you may be feeling as though you've had a Tower moment, that all of the things that you have relied on in your past to have been true has been kind of coming in, and it has felt as though the rug has been pulled out from underneath you. I know for a fact that many signs went through some difficulties at the end of last year, specifically moving through the month of November, which was the Scorpio season. We had a lot of really heavy things that happened during that time, carried over into our December timeframe as we were moving into the holidays and that type of energy. And so now what this is saying is you've done a lot of work. You have really leveled your playing field all the way down to your foundation. And now it is an opportunity for you to build from there. So today I am recording this on January the 13th. On January the 11th, we had a new moon in Capricorn, which was our first new moon for 2024. I did post videos for manifesting for those days. So I hope you were able to utilize that time in that space in order to start laying down the foundations as to what you want to create for yourself in 2024. Now, what is supporting you is the Queen of Earth. Now, this is not surprising because typically the earth signs are very grounded. This queen is a queen that knows how to create physical security. She's very warm. She's very caring. She's patient. She's understanding. She is very grounded in earth medicine. So she understands like how to use natural oils and natural herbs and those types of things for healing. She may be some type of a energy worker, something along those lines. But the other thing that really you can really focus on this Queen of Earth is that she's very capable. She finds a way of getting things done. A lot of times she relies on herself to do these things just for her to be able to understand how things work and how to get some things done, so that she has pride in knowing that she can rely on herself. But she's also a very good friend. She's a confidant. She's someone that is very loyal. You can trust her with your thoughts. So as this is your support, it could be your wife, it could be your mom, could be your grandma, could be your auntie, could be anybody that you know Or it could be a person that you work with very closely at work, or it could be a very good friend that you would consider this as your best buddy. But whatever this represents for you, this individual is help supporting you through whatever you're working through at this time. What is in your immediate past is the Six of Pentacles. Now, the Six of Pentacles or the Six of Earth is a card of generosity, give and take. And typically when you see this card, it does represent this gentleness, right? This gentleness within you that feels as though you have enough and you want to give back and you want to give to others. A lot of times people that are in this position, prefer to, give wealth or give of their time or whatever it is from a purely selfless position. And that's kind of what this card represents to me, is people giving back because they have the time to do it, because it's coming from their heart space. Now, sixes are typically a card of overcoming obstacles. It is a card of persevering. So this card is telling you just keep going. And it could very well be that this generosity and this feeling of giving is being, in your immediate past, could be just from the holidays. Now, what's in your immediate future is the 10 of air. And the 10 of air represents endings. It's a completion. The air is representative of the swords energy, which is how we express with our minds, how we think, how we communicate. So it feels as though some things are coming to completion for you. It could be that you have been working on something, or this is also a card of decisions. So it could be that you have had a very difficult choice that you've had to make. And now that you've made that choice, you are free to move forward in your progress and create something new. But this 10 of air is coming to conclusion. It is coming to an end. It's an end of a chapter or an end of a situation, or it's a completion of some kind. And then in your distant future, we have the Page of Water. The Page of Water does represent Pisces energy. The pages have to do with apprenticeships. So this could be a younger person that you're working with. I just realized that she has a fin down there. I hadn't noticed that before. I guess that would make sense since it's a water sign, right? Okay, so the pages have to do with apprenticeship, or it could be a new path, a new direction. This could also be, since it has to do with water, this could be something that's coming in that is emotionally stimulating for you. So some of you may be getting into new relationships, or the potential of a new relationship of some kind could be coming in. It doesn't have to necessarily mean a love relationship, but it could. It could also just represent new friendships coming in, new opportunities coming in. And pages also represent messages. So it could be that you're waiting for some type of a message, a message from a loved one or from someone in your family or something along those lines. And that's the energy of this space here. Your next card has to do with your closest relationships. And then we have the Three of Water, which is the Three of Cups. This does represent your soul tribe. Typically, I see this card with friendships, really close friendships, specifically with people that have been friends since, like, say, high school or college or something along those lines. So this is a very celebratory kind of an energy. The thing that I do love about the Three of Cups or the Three of Water is that those people have always got your back. It isn't as though you don't have your differences or that you don't see things in a different light, but it absolutely does mean that when, the tire hits the road, those people will always support you. They will always be beside you. They will always be, in your life. So hang on to those people because they will bring you a lot of happiness and joy. Your next card has to do with your future feelings. And your future feelings is, this card says call, But what this card does represent for me is the Judgment card. And the Judgment card is a card, and if you see her, she's blowing her trumpet. So she does represent the angel on the Judgment card, which is basically telling you there are going to be some significant things coming in that are going to be aha moments for you. This is an awakening process. It is an awakening process to a way of life or a way of thinking, a way of being that you have never even considered before. So it is a major arcana. You will be working through this energy for a while. You could have already been working through this energy through the November, December timeframe. But typically, these major arcanas can take up to a year to work through. So be aware that there's going to be a lot of things exposed, a lot of things even that you might have believed in from the time that you were a child that is going to come in for you to look at, right? And evaluate and decide whether or not you want to hang on to those personal beliefs or not. And then lastly, we come to the Eight of Water. The Eight of Cups is a card of walking away from things that no longer serve you. As you can see, it looks as though she's got her little, basket of goodies here, which could be all of her treasures. She is definitely waiting for this boat to come in because off she wants to sail. And basically what the Eight of Water does represent is there is something that you have been wanting to walk away from for a while. It could be things that have hurt your heart in some way, or you have felt disappointed in, people letting you down, friendships changing, or you changing, right? Sometimes we have a tendency to walk away from things when they're no longer serving us because it's in our best interest. If we stay in those relationships, then those relationships bring us down. So in a way, it's kind of a preservation type of an energy, but at the same time, it's also standing up for yourself and recognizing your own worth and saying, I deserve better. So that is your outcome for this reading. I'm going to pull myself back onto the camera here so I can pull your four main things. Let's see, where is it? Here we go. Hello. Okay, and this deck is a big fat deck too. I have a hard time with even the good tarot deck because my hands are small. So what I do with this deck is I do a split. I split the deck, I take the top and bottom card, put the cards together and do that again. So you get 4 cards for your reading. So your top card is the Chariot. Didn't I say the Chariot was pulled in the beginning? Don't you love? I just love when Spirit does that. 10 of Raphael. Now I'm going to put the deck together again. Do another split. Take the top card, which is a Leap of Faith, which is the bottom card is the King of Raphael. Well, this is very interesting, Pisces. If you've made it this far, I'd really love it if you would reach up there and click the like button if you're returning and you are a subscriber. If you're new to my channel, please just, if you've gotten anything out of this messages, please, subscribe. I would love to have you join us. And one of the benefits of joining is when I do sit down to do these meditations, I do pull in the energy of every one of my subscribers because I feel as though you've given me permission to work with you. And that's kind of my job. So that's what Spirit wants me to do. And that's the direction I've been giving from my higher self. So I honor you. Okay, so your first card is the Chariot. Now, as I had mentioned at the very beginning of this reading, I said I did a pre-pull. And what did you get? You got the Chariot card as well as the Nine of Wands, which is that card of feeling like you're carrying a heavy burden. And now that I'm thinking about that, that could be a very good reason as to why you would be walking away from something that no longer serves you, is because you've been carrying this heavy load for a long time. So the Chariot card comes in. This is Archangel Metatron. He is a personal angel for me. I work with his energy all the time. The message reads determination and self-control, career advancement, and acknowledgement of success by others. Now, the thing about the chariot is the charioteer, the person that is in the chariot, is leaving behind everything he knows. He is leaving behind his home, he's leaving behind his family, everything, and his whole purpose is he wants to go out and he wants to adventure and he wants to trust that he will be taken where he needs to go. And that's kind of that energy of just trusting the universe, putting your trust in yourself, right? And determination and self-control. So it does feel as though you are being gifted from spirit. The Ten of Raphael is about love and blessings that fill your life, harmonious relationships with family members, and the happily ever after. So the Ten of Raphael is like the Ten of Cups. So this does represent your energy, Pisces. And one of the things that I love to bring to your attention when I see these on the cards is this beautiful rainbow that is on here. Now, the rainbow was a promise from God that he would no longer or ever again flood the earth, right? After the great flood. He wiped out all of humanity except for Noah and his crew. So that's kind of what that represents. I always look at that as God's promise that he's always going to be there with you, supporting you, helping you, if you call on him. Then we have the leap of faith. The leap of faith, which is another Archangel Metatron card, which I feel like Metatron is here and he's letting you know he's got your back. Believe in yourself, listen to your heart, and do what gives you joy. What a beautiful message, Pisces. And then the King of Raphael. Doesn't this look like a water guy right here, the trident and all of that? And it says warm, generous, honorable, and refined. So this would be the King of Cups. This King of Cups does represent your energy as well, Pisces. Yes, it is safe to trust. The ability to accomplish many things at once. Follow your creative passion. Okay, Pisces, I hope you found some guidance and some love in this reading, because I'm certainly exuding that energy out to all of you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting my work. Until next time, take very, very good care of you, and I will be chatting with you again soon. Cheers.